What is an MOS? That might be a question that maybe you've wondered, especially if you're someone who's brand new to like researching about the United States Army or learning about the United States Army. You may have heard that term in like my videos and other people's videos and people talking about the Army. You may have heard them say something about an MOS and you're like, what's an MOS? Never made a dedicated video about that, so here we go. An MOS is basically a job. That's the easiest way to explain it, is that an MOS is essentially what we call in the Army a job. So if someone's saying that they're an 11 Bravo, they're an 88 Mike, that's an MOS, that's their job. Now, MOS actually stands for something though. It stands for Military Occupational Specialty. That's what the term actually means, but obviously people aren't gonna say my Military Occupational Specialty is this, they'll say my MOS was this. Or if someone is asking them, hey, what'd you do in the Army? What was your MOS? Then that's what they're talking about. Because if someone was to ask me, what was my MOS? Well, mine was the 88 Mike, which an 88 Mike is a motor transportation operator. Now in MOS, it's gonna have 2 digits followed by a letter. So something like 11 Bravo, right? That is an infantryman. So you have the 2 digits at the beginning, that usually tells you the series. So 11 is an infantry series. If you had a 18 MOS, that's a special forces series. If you had a 12 series MOS, that's engineers. And then that letter on the end usually tells you exactly what that MOS is in that series. The letter doesn't actually really like stand for like the job or anything. So like, 11 Bravo, the B doesn't stand for something to help you determine that. You kind of have to know it or research it. Because like an 11 Bravo, that's infantryman, but there's also an 11 Charlie, and that's a mortarman. Because there's gonna be different, MOSs in that series, right? 88 Mike, motor transportation operator, but then you have like a 88 November, that's a different MOS, right? It's not just because, this is a truck driver, 88 Mike, well then a November maybe is like bigger trucks or lighter, smaller trucks. No, there's just different things within the transportation field. I mean, this is all stuff you can learn about in the E4 Mafia Handbook, which is actually just a notebook. I mean, if you just need a cool notebook to take notes in, I got a bunch of books. I'll link them down in the description box down below. They're available on Amazon, but nonetheless, right? You want to learn about this stuff like that. I also have on my website a dedicated area that gives you a whole list of MOSs because there is a lot. There's a lot of MOSs, a lot of possibilities. And on my website, I list a lot of the enlisted ones, or pretty much all of the enlisted ones, basically. I don't have the officer ones because there is a difference. There are certain MOSs that are enlisted MOSs, and there are other MOSs that are officer MOSs. So if you ever hear me referencing or somebody else referencing an MOS, it's a job. That's the job that person does or references, that skill that they're gonna be doing, that military occupational specialty, an MOS. But like I said, there is a ton of MOSs. So check out that link if you wanna see what all the options are for MOSs. It's really weird saying MOSs. I hate things that have an S on the end when it already has an S there, MOSs. It's really awkward. I don't know.